Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're wondering why I have this really fierce eyeliner look on today, you might want to check out my latest tutorial on my new foolproof way of applying liquid eyeliner to create a fabulous, smoothed out, perfect eyeliner application. Today we're going to be starting a new series on my channel called Drag on a Dime. It's going to be a series where I talk about a product or a line of makeup that I have found that is very inexpensive yet can help create very, very dramatic, very extreme looks compared to some higher end prestige makeup that you can find either at the drugstore or online for really cheap. Today's video is going to be focusing on an entire line, and that line is going to be BH Cosmetics. Now BH Cosmetics is an entirely online based company, although I have seen some of their products in Urban Outfitters a while ago. I'm not sure if I have seen them anywhere else or if they are sold anywhere else, but I exclusively buy their stuff online. Now, a lot of people do tend to stray away from online makeup companies because they can't test out their products, they can't find perfect shades for their products, and they don't know how the quality of, say, their eyeshadows or their liners are and stuff. That was my first thought with BH Cosmetics. I was thinking, how can an online company with such inexpensive products sell such great quality items? And I think I discovered them about 2 years ago when I first started using their products, and ever since then I have been entirely hooked on them. I have used them in place of stuff like Urban Decay or Lorac or Too Faced even sometimes, just because their quality is so amazing. To prove how dedicated that I am to them, I will begin by showing off all of the makeup palettes that I have from them, which includes this entire stack of stuff in my hand right here. The first one I'll go over, which is my favorite palette from them, even though it's not an eyeshadow palette, it's actually a contour palette. It's their 6-color blush and contour palette. You can even see how it's kind of well used in terms of fingerprints and dust and stuff, which isn't always a bad thing. That just means it's well loved. And you can even see the colors that are in here. You get huge ass pans of color. I've even hit pan on this one down here because that's one of my really dramatic contour shades that I use sometimes. But all of these shades in here are so amazing. Like, you got an amazing highlight over here, a nice kind of banana powder, 2 blush shades, and 2 contour, well, 1 contour shade and 1 kind of light blush shade. But I think I got this for maybe $10 when it was on sale. By the way, BH Cosmetics, if you go on their website, always has a sale going on, whether it be for some holiday that's around the corner or just because they want to introduce a new product. You can get stuff for like up to 70% off sometimes. They're already pretty affordable rates, so you can get a palette for under $10 sometimes. Another product similar to that palette that's a little bit smaller than that is the Forever Nude Sculpt and Glow palette, and you can see in here it's basically like a smaller version of that contour palette. You get the contour shade, a bronzing shade, blush, and 2 highlighters, and this also comes in 2 shades, I believe. When I bought it, at least it was in 2 shades, but I don't know if they've added any more. This is obviously the light one, because look at me. Yeah, I always reach for this just on my daily makeup application just because it's so easy to use. I do also have their 10-color palette Glamorous Blush. I do, in terms of blush, also have the 10-color Glamorous Blush palette from them. It just comes with 10 really nice, pretty blush shades. I personally don't use all of the colors in there. I know I tend to stay towards the more neutral shades of blushes, but again, for the price, under $10, you can't beat it. And the last blush item from them I have is just their blush highlighter duo that came with one of their kits once. Another thing from them is they usually have deals where if you spend like $30 online, then you get something like this or something else for free. So you can always try out some other stuff from them free of charge. And they're full size too. It's not like when you go to Sephora and you get like makeup samples of something and then you have like 0.1 of an ounce of it and then you have to be happy with it. God, my hair is just not wanting to work today. So that is all I have in terms of face powders from them. Now we're going to move on to the various eyeshadow palettes that I have gotten from them. The first I'll show off is one of my absolute favorite palettes ever. You've probably seen a lot of reviews on this just from people on YouTube wanting to talk about it. It's the 60 color Day to Night palette from them. You can see it's a really nice, long, slim palette. You get a really nice sized mirror inside of it, and look at how many colors you get in there. It comes with 30 of the day shades that are a lot more neutral, a lot easier to work with some stuff, and then you get the 30 night colors, which I wear all the time, so it's not like I really differentiate them from anything. But the purpose of the palette is to be able to wear it day to night. So you would wear this in the morning when you're just going about your business, and then if you end up going to like a party or something later in the day, you can just add on top of it the colors that are on the night portion of it. And I do have to say, this is one of my go-to palettes whenever I'm constructing a look out of something. I'll just think, what colors in the Day to Night palette can I use? And usually I can end up coming up with a really good look with that. Ooh, and it just started raining. My favorites. Another little eyeshadow palette that I got from them is the That's Heart palette. I do think that this is actually from a YouTuber. She went ahead and collabed with BH Cosmetics on making a palette, which, by the way, BH, if you want to collab with someone who knows a lot about eyeshadows, I am willing to do so. But this palette, you see, it has a really nice heart-shaped mirror in there, and it also comes with 8 shades of eyeshadow, a blush, and also a little bit of a contour and highlight duo. I usually don't really reach for this palette a lot unless I need a little bit of shimmer, because all of these colors, except for the black, are shimmer. And again, it just really works in a pinch if you need a little bit of a color in a snap. This was another palette that they ended up giving me in a package where I bought a certain amount of products, and then they basically, how it worked is if you bought like say $30 of product, then you could buy this palette for only $5 when originally I think it was about $15 to $20. So I got this for really cheap with that, and it's the Eyes on the 60s palette. If you can see with the cover on there. But this is a really nice kind of pastel palette. It comes with a lot of really nice light shades. So if you just want to do a really easy look, it's not too harsh, and you can really practice on some other looks with it. Now the last palette I have from them is another one of my favorites. It's the Party Girl After Hours. The Party Girl After Hours palette. The main reason I bought this is because you can see there's the 4 shades in the middle right here that are kind of like diamond. I don't know if they're called diamond shades, yeah. You can see, I don't know if you'll see it on camera, but they're more metallic, I would say, than any of their other shades. The color scheme of this palette is pretty uniform. It's like deep blues and purples. Again, I don't mind that because I do like to go for like the dark, smoky looks most of the time, so that's what I end up going to. So that is all of the eyeshadow palettes I have from them. Again, like I say, I would personally recommend them to anyone. I have tried their foundation before. The only problem with their foundation is I love the formulation of it, but the color, the lightest color just isn't light enough for me. It's probably close to like a medium beige in some other companies, which I am far from, so I tend to go towards products that match my skin tone a little bit more, but that's not saying you shouldn't try them because they are awesome nonetheless. Now, the main reason I wanted to make this video saying how awesome BH Cosmetics is their brushes. Oh my goodness, I have never found a brush so easy to use in my entire life. For the price, they are freaking amazing. I went ahead and pulled all of the large face brushes from them that I have. These are really good for like highlighting, contouring, and just like general powder application. Whenever you see me doing a tutorial on here, I will most likely be using BH brushes, just again for their ease and how awesome they are. And again, just in their standard eye brush collection, I have, I think, 2 sets of brushes from them. I am working on getting another one just because it's a really big like 30-piece palette for I think $30 to help extend with my professional makeup kit instead of just my everyday makeup kit. I'll go ahead and pull some of my favorite ones from them. So these are just a few of the ones that I went ahead and picked out that I reach for on the daily. Their standard blending fluffy brush, I'll go ahead and show that up close. You can see it's really nice, fluffy, can kind of blend out color really easily, which is what I like. It really helps kind of blend out and smoke your shadows to make them a lot more flawless, make it look like you know what you're doing. Another is the small angled eyeliner brush, which is basically a small angled eyeliner brush you can get anywhere. But this one is really, really thin, as you can see, which really helps with small details in the eye. And if you did watch my eyeliner tutorial that I uploaded before this, you will know that I did use that to create this look. And lastly, it is their lip brush, which is, again, just a small lip brush. But I really like this one because it really helps get into kind of the corners of your mouth, because I always have a problem applying lipstick if I just do it from the tube, so I always use a brush. 99% of the time I use a brush to get that done, and again, this is one of the go-to ones that I use. Again, those are just my favorite ones from the collection. Like, you do have like the large foundation brush from them, and you do have kind of like a highlighting brush from them. I don't know. Like I said before, you can use makeup brushes for anything you want. Don't use it specifically for what it says on the brush. Like, you can use an eyeliner brush for contour. I really don't care. And here's just another blending shadow brush that I have from them. I have a lot of duplicates of their brushes just because they're so affordable and inexpensive that you might as well just kind of stock up and use them as you go. And again, they do have sales on a lot of their products. A good brush set of about 8 to 10 brushes can run you anywhere from like $8 to $15, which is, again, not bad at all. I would actually use those brushes before I use like a MAC or an IT Cosmetics brush, just for the value of the brushes. And also, they do have much more products on their website that you can pick from if you are looking for specific products. I went ahead and just picked up these ones because that's what I needed at the time, but they have stuff like eyeliners, they have powders, they have pressed powders, they have loose powders, blending sponges, lipsticks, anything you can really wish for in terms of cosmetics. Again, definitely go out and give BH Cosmetics a try. I will tell you right now that they are amazing. Again, definitely worth your money, and you will not regret any of your purchases from them. In fact, I'll go ahead and link their website down below so you can go and check them out for yourself. Thank you all so much for tuning in to my first episode of Drag on a Dime. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel just so you can be alerted on future videos, tutorials, and more reviews that I have on my channel. Also, don't forget, wherever you end up going today, be sure you're nice to all of the employees that work there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!